Hey everybody, welcome to the Facebook page and to my YouTube channel. This little introductory reveal video is going to be broadcast on both of my pages, and what I wanted to talk to you all about today is the new product releases from St. Croix Rods, new for 2024. The talk right now is the new Mojo Bass series with the new Trigon grips and 7 reels, both of which I will be fishing with quite a bit here in the upcoming few weeks and months. But the rods behind me, they have not been gotten a lot of discussion about, which to me, it's not a rod that's very flashy, but it does get the job done. And back in the day from St. Croix, it was their top of the line spinning setup. So I'd like to discuss what this rod is behind me, talk about what is good about it, how I like it, and how I'm going to use it. So stay tuned. The rods I have in my hand here are the St. Croix Avid. They all received a facelift here in 2023. In prior months, the Avid Walleye series was released, new from last year, and also the Avid Panfish series, which was also new last year. And this year what they decided to do was to utilize a lot of the same parts and componentry in order to give the standard Avid series a facelift too. So from my perspective and point of view, they're utilizing a lot of the same components of those two rods and those two other rods in the Avid line, but they've also taken parts from the Victory series and they've incorporated it into the new Avid. So the most obvious features and functions are the screw lock of the baitcasters, and also a very, very similar foregrip concept design, which is also the same on the other two Avids, on the Avid Panfish and Avid Walleye, but this is also very, very close in shape, size, and functionality as the foregrip design on the Victory series. So for the longest time, the St. Croix Avid, it was always a personal favorite of mine. Nothing flashy about it, nothing overly expensive about them either. It always got the job done, and the way I treat whatever Avid rods that I have in my arsenal, a lot of them are for multi-purpose application. They're the jack of all trades in my boat. I frequently fish them quite a bit for smallmouth and walleyes. Prior to this year, I actually personally did not know that the Avid was going to get a facelift, but right now what they've done is a total beautiful job with it. So first impressions, there are a few noticeable upgrades in the new Avid versus the old current ones. In these new Avids, the blank is slightly upgraded, so what they've built it with is the SC3 Plus carbon fiber, which is ultimately the same blank as the Mojo Bass and the Victory series. The guides remain the same, aluminum oxide, primary frame material, stainless steel, so they are going to be very durable. The reel seat, primarily nylon, the nut is nylon. The secondary nut material is stainless steel as well. And then the handle, like I've shown you, the foregrip design, which is standard now on all the Avid series, so Avid Walleye, Avid Panfish, and now this one. Very similar and near identical also to the Victory series. Unfortunately for a lot of folks, the Victory series has been a little touchy-feely, so if you're not used to that foregrip design, the rod might feel a little weird in your hand, but you grew up fishing this way, and if you're used to handling a rod with the foregrip just like this, holding a rod just like this is going to be a fine rod. So yeah, all cork. And unlike the Avid Walleye and Avid Panfish, they decided to do a full grip design here on the rear handle section of the Avid. So the one in my hand right now is a 7-foot medium fast spinning. What I will likely use this for is Ned rigging, finesse plastics, maybe swimming a grub. What I think this one will actually work perfectly for could be flukes as well as fishing an X-Wrap. So the size 8 X-Wrap, maybe a 4 or 5 inch fluke minnow, rigged weightless. I'm very excited to try this, and if we can zoom in, get it in focus, that's the specs right here. So pretty strong. The guide, super strong. I do remember about 5 years ago when they did update the Avid. In the latest version prior to this, I was actually kind of sad, just because I grew up with Avids. I loved that retro graphite type of feel that the blank had. Sensitivity was awesome. It was a little weighty, but they did eliminate that, and now with the new Avid, they do weigh lighter. So they did eliminate some of the excess weight that's in the blank, and then tip heaviness. Now, one feature that I am going to miss probably in the Avid is the current handle design. I do like the retro look of the full cork handle, even in the reel seat too. I think that's something really cool that a lot of these rod manufacturers are straying away from. I do not know the name precisely of the design concept of including cork fully in the reel seat, but that was one of the unique features that I often associated with the Avid line of spinning rods. So that might be the only thing that I'm going to miss. But as far as lightness goes, strength, the ergonomic foregrip handle, this rod right here is probably going to be really sexy and get a whole lot of use here between now through the end of the year and then even into next year. So here it is, 7-foot, medium fast. The Avid spinning series will come in 16 different models ranging in lengths from 6.5 feet to as long as 7 foot. So 16 precise differentiating actions and powers, all in a 4-inch length difference. So that's a lot of variety to pick and choose from. So as far as multi-species, multi-purpose rod applications go, the Avid is still one of the best that there is and what is available. It was a little more than 2 years ago when St. Croix decided to retire the Avid casting series. At the time, a lot of us thought that this would be more of like a permanent retirement, but something must have happened that I personally wasn't aware about, and what is now available will be 4 models in the Avid casting. So I'm very excited about this. So 2 years ago when the Victory came out, that's when we saw the Avid casters go away. I thought this is it. We're never going to see them again. But something happened. Something positive happened. Something good happened. And they brought the Avid casting back, even though it's only going to be in 4 limited models. But again, multi-purpose application, ranging in medium fast action to a medium heavy fast. That's really all you're going to need. So if you do want to get more technique specific as far as bass goes, Mojo Bass and Victory, they're going to be the 2 rod models that you're going to want. But to cover all bases, multi-purpose application, the Avid casting. The 2 casting models that I had delivered are both 7-foot lengths. One is the 7-foot medium fast, and then the other one is a 7-foot medium heavy fast. So the 7-foot medium, it's probably going to be your better rod choice for cranking, perhaps a spinnerbait. And then meanwhile, the 7-foot medium heavy fast, perhaps running a jig, also some casting, and maybe some top water action too. But these are the rods right here. Again, not much as far as high-tech flashiness goes. The thing I like about them, a lot of your bass rods nowadays have that split grip design. They brought back the full cork grip design, which was synonymous with the Avid series and also in the Premiers as well. So they brought back this. This is going to be awesome. A rod really that has withstood the test of time. Full grip designs are still awesome. I really love them still. And then obviously the big difference right now is in the reel seat and then the nut. So premium EVA nut. This is going to be, locks up your reel to the seat. Same nut that the Victory series uses. Very comfortable, soft, lightweight. So The Avid casting, it incorporates its old school designs and traits, but also utilizes newer technology, which you can obviously see it with that EVA twist knob right there. So this is it right here. I can tell right now in my hand that these new models are more lightweight than the standard current present Avid series rods go. The spinning rod, for instance, I'd have to say it's a couple ounces lighter than my 7-foot medium heavy fast that I do own. And then I'm very excited also to have these two casting rods in my hand. You know, old school rod, withstood the test of time again. I'm very super excited and glad that they brought the Avid casting back into the lineup and into the catalog. When they got rid of these a couple years ago, I thought, hey, this is going to be a permanent thing. This sucks. We might never see the Avid again. And then, you know, with the new release of the Avid panfish, the Avid walleye, the whole lineup getting a whole facelift, more lightweight blanks, the SCIII Plus carbon, that's going to be awesome. Awesome blanks right there. Shares the same properties as the Mojo Bass and the Victory. These are going to be rods, again, last you a long time. They're durable, they're sensitive, and for a price point of, you know, $240 to $250, you'll get a lot of years out of these rods too, which is the very nice thing about the Avid. So with the newly designed Mojo Bass and the newly released 7 Reels brand getting majority of the talk and discussion out there right now, I figured it was super important to at least talk about the Avid, how it's been redone. Not enough discussion and hype is being said about this rod in particular. So I'm very glad that it got its facelifts. It's going to be very practical in my boat. If you're a multi-species angler, you like working multi-purpose outfits, this is still the top of the line model that you're going to want to fish with, the St. Croix Avid. And like I said, I was going to order a handful of these for next year in 2024, but the guys in Park Falls, they must have read my mind. I got a nice surprise gift delivery this morning, and might as well get a head start on usage and fun with these. Beautiful rods. The finish is outstanding. Nice silvery carbon pearl finish. Very lightweight. Sharp. Strong guides. And this is going to be very sensitive too. Excellent construction on these rods right here. Can't wait. Thanks for tuning in. Any questions on St. Croix products, be sure to give me a shout, contact me through the Facebook page, through my website, northwoodsbass.com. Anywhere you might see my name, reach out. Look forward to chatting St. Croix rods and northern Wisconsin bass fishing with you all. Thanks for tuning in.